Hello, good day, good day. This video I'm going to be showing how do some snaring, some coyote snaring, some wolf snaring, how I do it, share a little of the traps that we used. I'm no expert, but I had some success doing it, and so I'm going to demonstrate show the 3 traps that we use and kind of demonstrate how we use them. And so today I got the traps here, little demonstration. We got 3 different traps that we're using. We're going to be using the Power Ram Snare, the LightsOut Spring Snare, and the Senneker Spring Snares. So I got them kind of a little demonstration here, what they are. These are the this is the Power Ram Snare here. Okay, I'll demonstrate how to use it. There's a safety here. This is the snare. The animal will be going through. Once it is, it'll trigger the snare, and the snare will shoot open, adding a lot of pressure. This is the lights out. This is a wolf snare. It's a little bigger. We got a spring on here that's going to shoot open. There's a trigger underneath here that's going to release once this animal's in there, will release the spring, adding a lot of pressure. And the slide on, close on them. We got the 9 wire here that's attached to the tree, and the anchor here that has a swivel on it to prevent twisting and stuff. Same here. This is the Coyote Senneker snare. Same concept. The spring here, it's got the cam lock, the whammy that holds the 9 wire in place. It was really good. You can adjust the height of it by moving the 9 wire. Got the swivel here. The good thing about the Senneker ones is if you catch an animal, you could just replace the snare to the anchor, and instead of the kind of lights out one, you kind of got to replace the whole snare. But they're both all really good. They all work well. They catch animals. Kind of a preference thing. But so this is an example here. This is the Power Rams, 6 of them. This is kind of all the hardware that you got to carry, and this is 6 snares for wolf. The lights out snaring. So you can kind of tell the size difference on them. That the carrying around, lunging around. This is 6 snares here compared to 6 snares of the wolf mast. The power snares. So they all work well, but in my opinion, I really like the Senneker or the lights out snaring. It's a little less bulky. We got all these traps have been boiled. Some have been dyed and boiled to blend in a little better. We got them boiled and put in a tote container with spruce browse to help with scent. We got our cotton gloves that we utilize to help with the scent as well, so that the oils and sweat and stuff and kind of helps mask our scent a little bit. I also wear latex gloves underneath them so the hands don't sweat and go through gloves and gloves get all wet. But yeah, that's the 3 snares that we use, and I'll be showing them how to use it. Again, I'm no expert, but I'm just going to share how we use them and I use them. Also have a trapping buddy. He's Justin Sinclair. He's my trapping buddy who's on the line with me a lot, so he'll be helping out as well. So get some traps out here. It's kind of going into the bush over here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to walk near it. I'm going to try my best to avoid leaving my scents around. So I'm going to kind of sneak around and find a pinch point over there and set the trap. Alright, so we got our tracks here coming through. There's 2 on this side, and they kind of come together, combine right here. It's a little good area, little cover. So I'm going to stick the trap in there. First off, I'm going to anchor the trap to this tree here. Trap anchored now. Okay, with these Power Rams, they're pretty deadly. in my opinion, we just recently switched to the Senneker and LightsOut snares with the springs. I really like them because these guys here, they're pretty lethal. They can be pretty lethal. So just trap to stick the snare through here and squeeze the spring together. I'll put the safety on there. Safety is going to hold it while I'm adjust this trap. Okay, so the snare has a little loop on the end. Comes in a little pigtail thing here. There's a little notch in the on the other side, so I'm going to be sticking this crush bolt in between there, so like so, and pull up the snare here. All right, and the snare kind of sits like this. Normally I put a little wire on the sink here. It kind of helps stabilize the snare, but I forgot to do that. So we'll make. All right, this is what I was talking about, the adding some wire onto the snare to stabilize the wire, so you can adjust it in place. And you don't want to put it over the trigger so it can come off freely. So just kind of loop it around and just like that. Remove the axis stuff here. I think that's quite long enough. Wire cutters. There again. Sticking it through. Pigtail. There we go. And like that. Alright. See what I mean about the wire being able to hold in place, so it's easy to adjust. Stick the snare in place. Take the safety off now. And this side. Better. And that's a set snare, so you kind of want the snare just a little below the knee. You kind of gotta make it a little higher, I think. All right. So once the coyote goes through there, it's gonna release this trigger, and the spring's gonna shoot open and put a lot of pressure on that coyote and make hopefully a clean, quick kill. There's no suffering. So that's one. And we'll put our flagging tape up so we know where the trap is. That's how I set the power snare. Some guys will hang them upside down. There's different ways to do it, but that's how I do mine for the most part. Put it in here. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, so this is the Senneker snares, really similar to the LightsOut snares that I set for the wolves. So we got an extension here that's going to be wrapped around the tree. So what I'm going to do is, how we'll do that is put the extension around the tree and then stick the whole snare through the extension loop. So we got a secure trap there now. Okay, so pull this up. Got my 9 wire here. I got a trail coming in through here. Looks like it's been there a few times. So what the 9 wire is going to do is going to attach it to the tree, and it's going to hold the snare in place. Unlike the power ram where it sits on the ground, this one is going to be off the ground. So Alright, got my 9-wire set up to about the height I like it. So there's a spring here. Use this little tool, and what it's going to do is it's going to close the spring. There's a little trigger here, put on the side of the spring, and it's going to hold it in place. And that spring here is it's going to give it some extra tension. If the snare animal gets caught in here, it's going to close like that, and once it's some added pressure on there and it's tight, the spring is going to shoot open and make it even tighter, adding 50 to 70 pounds of pressure onto the animal, and hopes to make a clean catch. This one is missing usually they have like a whammy here to connect the 9-wire to it. Unfortunately, this one is missing, but I'll make it work. Alright, so stick it through here. Curve. And I really like the 9-wire because you can adjust the height really easily, and if it snows, they're easy to adjust. You just got to lift the wire up, and there we go. I think that's about a good height. All right, so hopefully the animal comes in. He's gonna set it off. It's gonna close on him, set that spring off, and make a clean catch. And I would like to do it is once in a while is put a chin lift. So if the coyote's walking, they use their noses a lot, so they'll kind of guide him to pick his head up and put his head in there so you catch a clean catch. So that's a Senneker snare, very similar to the Wolf one of the LightsOut. And yeah, that's set number. We got the Power Ram, and this is the Senneker snare, and then the LightsOut is the Wolf one. We're at our bait site now. We're on just off of a little ridge. Right here. Come here. We put out any kind of bait we can get our hands on, in hopes to attract some wolves and coyotes and so on. More or less wolves we're trying to catch in this area. They have really strong sense of smell, and the crows will be here eating at the bait. And the wolves will hear, if they're nearby, they'll also hear the crows, almost like a little dinner bell for them. They know that there's something over there, and hopefully they come check it out. Alright, so we're at their wolf bait site now. There's some tracks, which is good, so we're gonna put some snares up and hopefully we can catch some wolves, maybe coyote even too. But yeah, so I have one set up here. Alright, so this is kind of snares we use. This is LightsOut snaring. So how this works is the snare is set right now. We've got a big loop here. We've got this 9-wire that's hooked up to the tree. It's going to hold our trap in place. There's a rubber thing that hooks onto the 9-wire. We've got a cam lock here, and we've got our spring trigger. And this little wire here just helps slide the trap when the animal goes in there. So what's going to happen is, if the animal goes in and he triggers it, this snare is going to fall. See how really easily that fell? And as the animal pulls, it's going to tighten a lot, really tighten. And as it tightens around the neck, it'll trigger the spring, and this spring is going to shoot open, and it's going to add extra pressure around the animal. This is a cam lock here. This cam lock slides freely, but as it's engaged and tightens, there are teeth in it. So the teeth will keep it closed and allow it from loosening, in hopes to make a clean catch. And humane kill, hopefully, as anybody would want. Is we want to make the best, cleanest catch we can to avoid the animal from any extra suffering. Oh, we're gonna go check some snares today. Got my daughter Georgia with us, with me, my partner today. We're gonna see if we caught any animals. Heads up! All right. Beautiful. Let's go get them. Got one here. Caught him in the Senneker snare, eh? Big one. Looks like there's a couple more here. Came and checked them out. Dark one, eh? Hang on. So they had the snare here on this trail, coming in from this way, and see the 9-wire here. Caught him, wrapped around the tree, and looks to be like a quick kill. Right on, Georgia. Cut him free here. And cut the wire with the Senneker ones here. You can just simply replace the snare and reset it if you like. I'm gonna cut them free. So cut them free. And there's talking about the spring shooting open and adding extra pressure onto it. And it's a good catch, high up on the neck. That's what you want, nothing too low. But it's a good one. Right on. Check them out. Oh, it doesn't look like an ideal catch, but we got him. A small one, a little lighter than the first one, but number 2. Alright, let's get the snips, cut the wire. Caught in the Senneker one again. Snare was right here. And it's where he expired. Well, we're in the meat shop here / garage, work garage, and got my partner here, as mentioned earlier, JP.
What's up?
Justin Sinclair, the one and only Paul. Nah, just kidding. But we're cleaning up some coyotes here. Got the little pulleys here, winch, a hand crank, and then we got an electric one here as well. So Justin's working on the coyote head right now. I'm working on one here. Got a few more coyotes to clean up. Finished 2 already. We're just scaling right now. We're gonna do the fleshing later on. This is today's catch. Got a wolf, young wolf, and a coyote. Justin's working on. Right on. And there's a few skimped up from previously. 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Yeah, so some may wonder why we trap and stuff, but a few reasons why is first one, it's part of our culture and heritage, and it's a good way to build connection with the land, be on the land. We also utilize the furs for sustenance, and we could sell it. We can tan it and use it to make clothing and stuff. And another reason would be maintaining balance with the predators and coyotes and the wolves. Helps them to manage their populations, and also helps the deer and the other animals that they put a lot of pressure on, especially the deer. Especially in the spring when they're born, it's an easy meal for most of the times. It's an easy meal for the wolves and the coyotes. They pick off the newborn deer and they don't get a chance to grow. So that's one of the reasons why. It also maintaining their population, as well as reducing the numbers, helps them with like diseases such as mange and things like that. So if there's too many of them, mange will spread amongst them and things like that. Helps with livestock in the areas, and farms, and pets even. You know, wolves and coyotes, sometimes they'll pick off some pets and stuff like that. So that's a few reasons why we trap, and I'm sure there's more, but this is a few examples of why we trap. So yeah, that's a little on how I set my snares, or we set our snares. We've had some success. I know there's many other ways to do it. Again, we're no experts, but yeah, that's how we do ours. Until the next one.